If you subscribe right now, I will plant a tree in my survival world with your name on it. A YouTube video should be something that's memorable and significant enough to look back on for years to come. It should mark the beginning of your channel and be the first stepping stone to growing a channel. And that's pretty much why I'm going to be spending all of my time planting trees for now. If you've come from my TikTok account, you'll know that I've shown off this world multiple times, whether it be background footage or me just flexing on all of the farms I spent hundreds of hours on. And I plan to continue creating content and showing off this world in future videos. Subscribing right now would cement your name in this world for as long as I make content surrounding it. Spaces are going to be limited, however, and I only have room right now for about 1,000 trees. If you do in fact want a tree to be planted for you, you just have to make sure that on your YouTube page, you go into your account and turn subscriptions to public to make sure that I can see that you've subscribed. Now that we have that out of the way, I want to show you all the process it took to prepare everything for this video. Of course, with starting any large-scale project, I needed to make sure that all of my tools I would be using were fully repaired and ready to use. Once that was out of the way, the next thing I needed to do was find a relatively flat area near my spawn to plant all of the trees. I found this nice area right next to spawn that would work well, as most of the terrain was about at sea level. I needed to remove all of the trees in order to begin terraforming, so I began deforesting the area in the easiest way I could think of. I wasn't barbaric, and I made sure to cut down a perimeter of trees, that way the fire wouldn't spread and burn down too many trees. We of course would be balancing this out by later placing more trees so this would overall be acceptable. It took a bit of effort and the destruction of my Unbreaking 3 mending flint and steel, but I managed to have the entire area cleared and ready to be flattened. Now came the super tedious and mind-numbing part of this project. I needed to not only dig up all of the terrain to flatten it out, but I was also going to need to fill in the rivers and low terrain with dirt. Since this was about a 200 by 200 block area, that meant I was going to have to dig up and place down blocks for an over 40,000 block area of land. This was going to be no easy task to complete in just a few days. Almost 10 hours of non-stop hard work and the area was finally flattened out. This was probably one of the largest scale terraforming projects I had ever completed, and it honestly amazes me that I was able to complete it in just only 2 days. All that there was left to do was to gather about 16 stacks of birch saplings to plant. I was going to be planting birch trees just because if I used oak saplings, there's a good chance that they were going to grow into a large poppy tree and slow down the process. Luckily, with the new feature in 1.16 with being able to giga-drill leaves and collecting saplings with my Fortune 3 hoe, this was going to be a very easy task. And well now, with all of the preparation being complete, the only thing that remains is actually planting the trees. As it is modern day fashion on YouTube, an astounding 0% of you watching this right now are actually subscribed. Subscribing would help the channel out a lot, and I guess you would also have a tree planted with your name on it too. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.